No experts, no insiders, just fans. No experts, no insiders, just fans.
Welcome to
Transmission from Smackdown Wrestling Podcast begins in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin broadcast.
Welcome to Tuesday Night Smackdown. I don't know the cues on the new opening, so I was set up to fail as always. But I want to quickly talk about a little bit about last night's show, both Rawsome and Raw, and then I want to also talk about tonight. So last night, we had a lot of fun on the show because we could have just been negative because Raw gave us nothing really to talk about positively, but we had a lot of fun. Versus tonight, SmackDown gave us something to talk about, something positive we could talk about, and actually have some good discussions. So that's how sometimes this stuff happens.
Tony fucking Robbins over there? What the fuck?
Blah fucking blah. Just introduce us.
My co-hosts that are chiming in are maybe Medine over there. What's up, buddy?
Hola.
You got the yellow tape out? We're going to tell that story later?
Maybe.
All right. And also joining me is Rody Rob.
Buenos noches.
Buenos noches?
No, not nachos.
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 Nacho average
Nacho
cheese.
cheese.
It's my cheese, not your cheese.
On the board, we got Teddy Two Stoned Heart. Christopher Stykeleather, he's in our area of the country, so he's expecting snow like us, and they're already canceling schools. Berto's here for Double G Gaming. Noah's here. Gregory Dodge is back. Welcome. And AJC is our first on the Twitch board.
Fuck Noah.
What?
Nothing.
Why are you so angry with Noah already?
I'm not.
The show just got off.
I'm fine. Do your thing.
What you need to make a good Smackdown is your 3 key ingredients.
If you haven't been here before, me and Medine like to cut right to the chase and get right to the nitty gritty. So that's why we're just kicking it off right away with our 3 key ingredients. Here's number 1.
Number 1.
Blown wad? I said that so
Say
that
what?
so it implied the question mark. They don't really have anything to go with next week. This finals match was originally scheduled for the Rumble. It in turn was going to be scheduled for next week, and it ends up being scheduled tonight. So the weird thing is, how do you play this without what's next week now? Before we get too into this topic,
Well, they haven't done much of anything when it comes to really pumping the Rumble storylines on either brand. So maybe they're saying, okay, we'll just procrastinate in the last fucking show before Rumble. We'll have it all about Rumble, I guess. Maybe.
Because obviously the anniversary show for Raw isn't going to be there, and we still have 18 spots left to fill. Medine, what's your take on this?
I thought blown wad was you blowing the entrance by saying welcome before everything started. That's not that's not this topic.
Hey, our executive producer is talented. Maybe he can fix that in post.
But as far as the tournament goes, I mean, what's gonna happen next week is inconsequential. The going home show
it's
is
over.
Raw.
Of course it's inconsequential.
No, I'm saying the going home show is going to be Raw. It doesn't matter what happens on SmackDown.
Does Dolph show up
Really?
next
No,
week?
it doesn't matter what happens on SmackDown. They might. I mean, do we even need a show?
But is Raw really the going home show? Because no, think about it. It's a big anniversary show.
And
So
they're still going to be wrestling.
they're gonna okay. They're gonna
two
go
different venues.
All right. Stykeleather says he was thinking Dolph was going to come out in the end. Glad Dolph didn't come out since I mentioned him. I read that part here. But basically, we had I thought it was a decent match between Jinder and Xavier to start the show.
That was a good match until about the last 3 or so minutes, where
Until the abrupt cutoff.
he succumbed to him. He didn't do anything. He looked so strong the past couple of weeks in singles competition, and then all of a sudden, Jinder just dominated him.
Well, and the thing is Rob's been teaching me the terms, but he had some shine,
and then he had the cutoff.
and it was too quick, you said.
Oh, no, I didn't say it was too quick. I just thought that at the end of the match, when Jinder finally took him down, it was excessively brutal and excessively clean, right? It just excessive. I mean, he fucking alphaed his ass, pissed all over him.
Is that to bring Jinder back up? Because he's ever since losing the WWE title, he's been in a downward spiral.
Back up to what? To lose to Bobby Roode 10
Later in
minutes
the
later?
night, yeah. That's
to
the
make
thing.
Bobby look good.
Look, I think there's a missed opportunity here. I think we would all agree, and most people would agree, and Bobby Roode himself would agree. Would agree that Bobby Roode as a heel is much, much greater than him as a face.
And him against Xavier would have set that up.
You would have had the opportunity where he could have won by hook or crook or even won clean, but at some point, made that move, that slight heel move towards Xavier.
Like after he got the belt, he's like, I don't need you fans anymore. I'm a heel.
Sure, he could have done that, or he could have done that, next Tuesday night when he does his first promo as champ. But as far as, just in the match, he could have done something like, clean break, Bobby, and Bobby fucking pokes him in the fucking eye. Or, maybe he takes a fucking low blow to win the belt. I mean, there was opportunity there.
After you saw Jinder beat Xavier, you pretty much knew Bobby was going to beat Mojo.
Bobby's way too over to go heel.
Yeah.
I agree, but he was also way too over and went heel on NXT.
NXT's a different animal.
It's all about booking.
NXT's a different animal. You know
I
that.
think they're trying to use his fame to create a face because, let's face it, AJ can flip-flop and do whatever the hell he wants. He's like Hunter and Flair that way. But they need a face, a top face on SmackDown. Ever since Cena's been gone, they haven't really had that. Orton's not participating, and they're not getting behind Shinsuke. So maybe that's why they need Bobby to be that face. Maybe that's the same logic. Rob, you're a awesome host. Same logic, kind of why they made Seth face.
They needed a face?
Right.
I disagree. I don't think that they need him to be face. I think they need him to be a personality. That's what they're missing.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's faces there. I mean, you got AJ and Randy's pseudo, right?
But
Nakamura, he's a face.
All three of those guys you just named, though, they're a little bland.
AJC says Ziggs was going to show up at the Rumble with a new belt. And I like what Justin says. Kind of to your point, guys. Jinder got heat, then just fell off the map. Any heat you created didn't even last a week because it got squashed back down in the same night, especially at the end of Bobby's match when the Singh brothers attacked. You gained more heat, but you extinguished it with the loss at the end of the night. So they didn't even let it settle for a week.
I really would have liked to see Jinder win tonight, not because I didn't want to see Bobby, but because I wanted to see Jinder deface the U.S. title, get more heat, elevate Bobby as a face, and then when he wins the title, somehow change the design of it.
Yeah, I see what you're saying there, but like I told you when we were watching, the Jinder Mahal as a champion experiment is over.
Apparently.
It's done.
Yeah. And the other thing is Jinder's in the mix where he belongs. He got to the finals. Good for him. Let's move it along.
You think this is done for him, though? It's just a one and done.
I don't
no
think
feud?
he wins a belt. I think he stays in the mid card, maybe fights Mojo Rawley and some other bullshit people like that for a little while.
So he doesn't challenge for the U.S. title again?
Not anytime soon.
Wow.
No. Yeah.
Not anytime soon. Baron's still got a rematch he wants or something, and the Dolph story is going to play out with Bobby again.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That's what they're going to be doing. So, and Berto wants to point out that in NXT they actually boo heels. So that's the difference. Where on the main roster, let's face it, on the main roster, all the adults that grew up watching wrestling that attend these events are going to cheer the heels, and their children are the ones that are cheering for the face. Well, who's louder, an adult or a child? Well, depending on how angry I guess the child is, I'm learning really quickly. But it can go either way. At the end of the day, we have a glorious champion, and I hope he changes the belt.
Glory.
Number two is going to be really simply former champs. I liked the whole Usos promo. They're back and forth. They continue to work this new gimmick flawlessly, in my opinion.
Yeah.
A great promo by them. And then American Beta, who's got Shelton Benjamin's not really been cutting any good promos, did just enough to send their little message. It was perfect.
Gable's been the alpha, so to speak,
the mouthpiece.
as far as the tag team goes, and he's done a great job. I was actually surprised on how good he was at drawing heat. I didn't think he'd be able to do it.
Yeah, we know your names, former champs. It worked perfectly. Rob, what do you think about American Beta and Usos, the feud that they're building?
I like it. First off, I'm not a fan of American Beta so much, and I haven't watched that much of him. But Benjamin just he turns me off, man. He turns me off as a mark.
And it's terrible because I remember how excited you were when he was on his way back.
I really was.
And I'm a huge Benjamin fan, like I used to be a huge Dean Ambrose fan. But something changed in their style. They lost their giddy up, whatever.
Yeah.
They're too slow. Where I was excited by what they used to do.
Right, and I guess, but saying that, the story they've built with these two, it's been a good tag team rivalry, and the Usos have played their role perfectly. I mean, I think the Usos are shining now. They've been shining for about 6 months, but they're top of their game. They're at the top of their game, both on the mic, in the ring, with their look, how they react to the fans, and Beta's a good antagonist for them.
Chad Gable's doing really good because wasn't Alpha? I don't remember their time in NXT very well. They were face there.
Oh yeah, they were face the whole time.
So they were very well received when they came up to SmackDown. People were very excited.
Yeah,
when they got there. They were getting heat. Not heat. They were getting.
It's probably what made them think
cheers.
that they could do what they're doing with Jason Jordan. I'm sure that's where they got it from. They picked the wrong guy. We know that. Chad Gable is definitely. I don't know if he'll ever get anything behind him to go anywhere, but he's the guy.
So what is the board?
Number 3.
Oh,
you've been ignoring the board the entire show.
I have not ignored the board.
You didn't talk about him last topic.
I did talk about him last topic.
No, the last 2 topics you didn't let them talk at all.
They were talking about Candice LeRae, and Juan was just joining us. All so there, now you're caught up on that one. On this topic, sorry, Juan wants to go off topic. WWE, did they tip their hand just now having having Edge's wife on commentary for the mixed whatever match challenge?
I don't know, but Edge.
I think they tipped their hand both ways. Just to go off topic for a second, Beth Phoenix being on commentary means she's probably going to be in the Rumble because she's obviously working with WWE.
Yeah,
and I think Trish being on the show next Monday, she's going to announce that she's in.
Yeah.
I feel that's why they booked her there. So
Tori's also going to show up, and she's going to do the same.
Yep. So I think that's where you're going to fill your final spots there. Going back to the Usos and the board, like Rob wanted, Benjamin was never very good at a promo. Berto says, well, that's why he had Angle be his mouthpiece and Team Angle, but his wrestling did the talking for him. I guess that probably is what held him back, is his promo skills.
Yeah.
That's not a bad point.
Yeah.
And Noah says, I'm surprised Jey Uso was able to dig his way out of prison. Must have taken a lot of plastic spoons. Are you talking about the Uso penitentiary? Is that a bad joke?
I'll get to that in dirt sheets. That's why we don't like to talk to the board prior.
I like to talk to the board. I'm just forgetful. And Trisha and Alexa in the same show. For Noah, he says that's a 16-year-old's dream. It probably is.
It's also...
All right, now we're going.
Number 3.
Number 3, I am simply calling budget cuts. I want to discuss, this is where we'll talk about the Rumble too, I guess.
Yeah.
I want to discuss everybody's promo about how they're going to win the Rumble was self-shot on their phones most of them used a selfie stick. Is this WWE next budget cut? You have to shoot your own promos. You have to use your own phone and data, and you have to send it in to us to edit and approve.
Those graphics
but
were cheap.
We will provide the selfie stick. Is that going to be a new line on their budget?
You know what?
Cost?
It's you double standard that shit right now. First off, I have been saying that I think that Raw and SmackDown, the writing in general, has looked more Hunter-esque lately. I believe that, and a prime example is right here. Because if you go to NXT, where y'all love it, that they do this shit on their cell phones in the fucking Performance Center, their little promos.
Big difference. Okay, you have, for instance, the Street Profits are doing that kind of thing right now.
Yeah.
Okay, that's one person doing a gimmick on a show. They had, I think, 6 women, and they had Knock and Orton. They had about 8 people do the same thing. If there was 1 or 2, Rob, I got no problem. And the other 6 can do just the normal backstage one or can do everything else.
And Adam, don't you remember
they ran it
2
into the
weeks
ground
ago?
like Family Guy style.
2 weeks
Can
ago.
we just watch Raw 25 right now? We got Taker and Hunter in the ring. I mean,
2 weeks ago, Randy and Knock both already declared.
Oh, no, we already knew they were in, but they were saying we're going to win. Randy says he's going to win his third.
Okay, yeah, that's great. But did we need to see him? I mean, I don't know. That was pointless. As this segment is as well.
You're pointless.
Back to the board.
I'm point full.
I just wanted to point out that budget cuts, now you get selfie sticks. Christopher Stikelether says Trish and Alexa are going to be at 2 separate locations because Alexa's in Barclay and Trish is in Manhattan Center. So but it's still going to be on the same TV screens. Natty's promo about being a cat in the Rumble was awful. None of the promos were good except for Becky, and even hers wasn't even that great. You know, if Noah said that,
second best hospital scene all time.
Noah's saying that about Becky, you know that they weren't good. None of them were really good. They just weren't. And Juan's saying WWE is slowly going bankrupt. I think it's different. Whenever you're getting ready for a sale, you liquidate as many assets as you can. I think WWE is getting ready to transition the ownership, and on the books they want the cost to be low when they do that. Then the next person can bump it up. It is a business tactic that they use. I went through a lot of changeovers in retail, new owners, and every time they let the inventory go low, they move the fixtures around, they throw some out, they get rid of assets. It's the time that they can write stuff off easily. So it could be not bankrupt, Juan. It could be because of a sale, or in this case, I believe a little bit of change of ownership. AJC says Hunter has been making the shows. Vine is handling Raw 25 right now. I don't know if he left a word out there, if I read that wrong, but sorry, AJC, if
I say Vine doesn't exist anymore.
He says Hunter has been making the shows. Vine is handling Raw 25 right now. Oh, Vince. He says Hunter has been making the shows. Vince is handling Raw 25 right now. That might be Vince is getting ready for his big anniversary, so Hunter's covering day to day. Maybe.
Well, then hell yeah, I say I like it.
And Double G Gaming says Occupy Raw was in the top 5. I love Daniel Bryan to death, but he didn't deserve to be that high. No, and I don't feel that was as organic as everybody wants to claim.
WWE pumps up that segment, not necessarily like Mark fans. Some Mark fans get caught in the WWE fucking echo chamber, like, oh, they said it's a good one, so yeah, it was good too. Or I don't know any better because I'm a dumb millennial. But yeah, the Daniel Bryan in the middle of the ring thing was good for a segment. Is it iconic? Not in my opinion.
It's a moment.
It's a
it's not a good moment. It's not a bad moment.
It's just a moment.
It's just a moment, and that's
It doesn't rank up there with, hey, here's a drive-through scene of me marrying your unconscious daughter, Vince. That's a moment.
Or somehow Kane getting Lita pregnant or whatever. That was a weird one.
Yeah.
Mae Young giving birth to the Hand. You have the iconic hospital scene you were just talking about.
Stone Cold.
Yeah, those are moments. The beer truck, or even better, the milk truck.
Yeah, we were talking. Me and Dean were talking before the show about. I think that the Macho Man. I know we're way off topic, but whatever. I think the Macho Man Hulk Hogan hospital scene may be the first time they ever did anything with a behind-the-scenes story. I don't remember a locker room scene or anything like that. It seemed like
it was just backstage promos.
Well, that was in the hospital.
Mean Gene interviews.
Yeah,
they were
not even a hospital. It was actually like had some makeshift gurney back there,
right,
with the little drip tube, and
it was probably back in catering.
And there wasn't even backstage promos. There was like sound set promos.
I will say though, before
they cut that shit in Connecticut and pipe it in later.
I do remember Hogan, Andre backstage. I guess it was a Piper's Pit, but that seemed like it was kind of backstage because it wasn't out in the ring. When Andre ripped his chain and took his shirt off and said, "I'm challenging you at WrestleMania," that was technically backstage.
Yeah, but I guess this is the first first general hospital drama kind of backstage.
True.
Where everything now is in the locker room or in the fucking
backstage areas or whatever.
When people are tearing the fucking set down.
Yeah. Oh yeah, with a grappling hook.
Right.
Yeah, and a rope. I can do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
4.
Number 4. There was another 6-woman tag match. There you go.
You made that. Wow.
Smackdown presents.
That's funny.
Good. Bad. And glorious.
Go ahead. Make my day.
So here's our awards. We got the good, we got the bad, we got the glorious, we have creative fail, and we have LOL. Let's get it started.
I don't think I have a production. Just pull the volume down when it does that, you dumbass.
Okay, I got it down.
Let me just listen to it for a while. Maybe it'll change.
You don't have a production sheet? I had it over there.
You gave me shit.
I gave you shit.
You didn't give me nothing.
I always give you shit.
You're horrible at everything.
Good, bad, glorious, creative fail, LOL. Medine, kick us off. What's your good? I know Rob's bad.
Good was them moving up the U.S. title match to this week. That was their good.
That was their good?
Yeah.
Okay.
To me, yeah.
Yeah, I can't play any sound effects right now, so.
That's all right.
But I would give you a coin. Yeah, there's your coin. I got it to work.
I found it.
Genius. Okay, you ready, Rob?
I'm not ready, but I found it.
Okay, I'll come back to you.
Thank you.
I'll come back to you.
Yeah.
My good is American Beta. I don't think that's officially their name, but that's what I'm going to call them all the time.
Beta fish.
They did well tonight, specifically Chad Gable, but limiting Shelton Benjamin worked. It is what it is. Are you ready now, Rob?
Sure. My good I'm going to give to the Usos. Yeah.
You're Jimmy.
You're Jimmy.
I'm Jay.
I'm John.
Jay.
Jinger Hypel-Smith.
All right, we didn't do that way. It was supposed to be organic.
I don't know.
Didn't plan it.
I know it's the first.
On the board, good. Rude winning the U.S. belt instead of roided up a poo is what Noah says.
Roided up a poo.
Yeah, good. The end of the Indian push, Juan says. Good for Justin. He says the Usos. And, yeah, okay. Berto's off topic. So
what is he talking about?
He's talking about his top three.
My top three. Okay, here's
for 25.
This is what I think of when I think of Berto's voice in my head. This is how I hear it. My top three was Punk promo, Austin Stunning McMahon, Triple H's turn on HBK. That's how I hear Berto talking, like that.
Like Roderick Strong.
No, not like Roderick Strong, but more like I'm Berto and like a whiner. That's what I get from Berto.
So
Berto.
Kingler is joining us, and him and Teddy Two Stone Heart kind of have the same thing here. Good for them. For Teddy says Jay Uso getting out on bail in time for SmackDown, and Kingler says I thought the Usos would have been off this week because of Jay's DUI, but we're just ruining things for Medine by saying all that. So let's go to the bad, Medine.
Bad. It was actually, to me, Jinder not winning tonight. I wanted to see Jinder win.
Oh, sorry.
No, you could buzz me. I know you guys wanted Rude. I just felt like waiting.
Without this, it's the end of Jinder, so you're right on that point.
No, I just feel like waiting to give Bobby the belt would have built anticipation, and when he finally won it from Ziggler, not from Jinder, it would have been better.
Yeah. Berto says all you got to do is click one of his videos and you can hear his voice.
All you got to do is click one of my videos. You can hear my voice, idiot. I don't want to. I like my voice for you better.
Yeah, bad, Rob. What's yours?
Besides Berto, my bad is not having Xavier versus Rude. I just think that the possibilities. It's a much better booking for future storylines and character development for me. Yeah.
Okay. Sure. My bad is the Fashion Files once again being relegated to YouTube. What the hell, WWE? Another budget cut? You got to see if you can get by without actual sponsors.
I don't want the fags on television.
Bad for Justin and Gregory Dodge are kind of the same. Justin says the bad was the 6-women match. And for Gregory, he says another 6-woman tag match.
Hey,
Snore.
Yeah, you know what? True that now. Another 6-woman tag match.
Yeah.
Getting fucking old. But I got to say, Naomi was looking.
Stikelether late good. He said, my kids for getting a snow day. Bad for Teddy. He says, no Dolph coming out at the end. Bad, the Royal Rumble participant comments for Stike. We were saying that. And bad, no fighting with Shane and Daniel for Juan. Yeah, there was no development of that storyline tonight.
None at all.
No further development. There, no KO and Sammy. I'm going to talk about that in a minute anyway, but we'll get back there. I'm going to kick off Glorious because who else would be Glorious on a night that he wins his belt? The first one on the main roster, but Bobby Roode. Anybody want to disagree? Medine, what do you got?
I'll piggyback, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that's his namesake, right? Yeah, you got to go, Bobby.
And he won the title.
Yeah. You know what was not glorious?
What was
the
that?
fact that they did not have a different U.S. title belt.
I'll give you a couple coins for that one. Give Zig a McGregor push with 2 belts, Rumble, and has his own U.S. title. Sure. AJC, I think, shares the brain with Medine and always has a great idea and then goes just a little too far.
Nah.
Stike Leather says Glorious is Bobby Roode. Juan agrees. And Noah says Charlotte Flair. How about that? The bad for CT, who's joining us late, is how badly WWE is going to use War Machine and Ricochet. We'll cover that, I'm sure, in a minute.
We'll see now. We'll see.
We'll get to that in the Mud Report.
All right.
Adam Baum is on the board. See, I even draw like my own clones. I don't know how I'm in 2 places at once, but apparently I am.
Because I have your laptop and I'm typing in your name.
Oh, you're signed in as me.
Was that a sweaty balls laugh?
I really didn't realize that. And Teddy also says Bobby Roode. Creative fail. I want to kick this one off because this is what I was alluding to a second ago. Creative fail is not taking advantage of the extra talent they had in the house tonight. They had all the mixed match participants in the house. They could have written in some Rumble-type promos that way, even if it's just a backstage vignette. Instead of the selfie for Knock and Randy, they could have had Finn walk in while Randy's cutting a promo. They could have had anything. Instead, that's why we had so few people on the show tonight. It's just it is what it is. But creative fail, they didn't take advantage. Rob?
Yeah, my creative fail is going to be in kind of on your lines here, along your line is, somebody in the back in creative or the writing was like, okay, here's an idea. So let's go ahead and rather than have any of the talent that we have on the roster available to do something about the Rumble, we're going to have Baron Corbin cut a behind-the-scenes fucking Rumble statement or whatever. Yeah, we could have done without Baron fucking Corbin for the night. You took everybody else from us. You could take him too.
Yeah, and he was even worse on the selfie.
And by the way, my creative fail for next week, since who knows, is going to be that there's going to be 2 massive ring fights that's very predictable.
Oh, yeah, to end each show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Medine.
Selfie sticks all around.
Selfie sticks. Creative fail, having a Rod Dog on creative team. Oh, having Road Dog on creative team. Juan can't spell ESL, English is a second language.
Road Dog, man.
Fashion Files and Rusev Day for Stike Leather, putting them on YouTube, I'm sure.
Rusev Day.
Noah's creative fail. Rob trying to make fuck Noah like shut the fuck up, Donnie from Big Lebowski. He says, I see you, Rob.
Shut the fuck up, Noah.
Double G cut a promo backstage. AJ Styles was on the show, so that's what he's saying. On the other side, Justin, his creative fail is the mixed match. Just so you know, they are doing WWE rules, not NXT rules. So when the woman tags the man,
the other woman comes in.
Yep, automatically.
Boo.
So, they should have done the walkout AJ versus a Broom and Rude on commentary with Shane as a ref match, is what AJC says. See, he always goes that Medine level of too far in creative.
No one will ever go as far as me.
No one?
No.
Ever.
Never.
Nope.
LOL. What's the point of the night that made you laugh, Rob?
Oh, man. Come back to me because I got one and I'm trying to remember what it was.
Medine, what you got? LOL.
I'm Jimmy. You're Jay. No, you're Jay. I'm Jimmy. Them going back and forth, confused about who they were.
I got to be honest. My LOL, where that was the funniest moment of Raw, probably. My LOL of the night was this video that Adam sent me on Facebook Messenger, and it was the caption was 2 types of stoners, and it's got 2 white rabbits next to each other, and the one white rabbit on the left is just attacking some fucking food,
going to town,
tearing some fucking food apart, and the one on the right is just sitting there, open mouth, this fucking wide eye, just staring, not moving at all, and I laughed for like 10 minutes for that fucking video.
Yeah, and the one that's just staring off into space has just as much food in front of him, but does not care.
He's just like, it's like he's looking at a wolf out. Oh, is that a fox?
Stike Leather's kind of sharing a brain with me. His LOL was AJ calling Sammy and Kevin Cammy. Mine was along the same lines. I thought it was funny when he called them deranged Muppets. LOL, the fact people still like Ziggler's from CT. And Teddy's just agreeing with Noah that I'm not going to read. LOL, Graves on throwing of the pancakes for Justin on Twitch. And that is going to do it for our your
awards.
Yeah.
Housekeeping.
So we got Monday Night Rawsome, which follows Monday Night Raw every Monday night on YouTube and the Twitch live, both live. The following day on Podbean, iTunes, and other podcast providers. Please like, subscribe, review, comment, all that shit. Don't forget to join us on social media at Smart Mark Show on Twitter. Interact with us there. markedoutpodcast@gmail.com. 704-444-0084 is the fan line. You can call us, leave a message, or maybe we'll get you during the show. Let's see what we got. Instagram, Marked Out Wrestling. We got Facebook, Marked Out the #1. You can jump on there and share shit with us, all your political shit and rants, stuff like that.
Yeah. And funny memes.
Don't forget Sunday nights at 10 p.m. The Bubba Army Radio, BubbaArmyRadio.com. Join us there for our Sunday night show, 10 p.m. And I think that's everything. And if it's not, well, fuck it. You're not going to check out any of them anyway. So whatever. Shut the fuck up, Noah.
So we got on the board late LOL from Gregory Dodge, the AJ promo. He agrees Cammy was funny. And CT Ziggler absolutely sucked. He sucked since day one. CT just has a hate for that. And Teddy wants to know what day tomorrow is. Of course, it's Rusev Day.
It's Rusev Day.
Every day is Rusev Day, CT wants me to mention. And yes, Kingler, we did expect Dolph to come and interfere. Some of us are disappointed.
They see me rolling, they hating, patrolling and trying to catch me riding dirty, trying to catch me riding dirty, trying to catch me riding dirty.
Medine, take it away. What's left on your dirt sheet?
Yeah, not much. It's pretty thin now. As already mentioned by the board, Jey Uso was arrested for DUI on Sunday night after the house show in Hidalgo, Texas.
Oh, there's a sound effect we need, Rhodey. We need a siren. Every time we talk about someone getting arrested.
Excuse me, sir, can you blow into this thing?
Doesn't say, what the influence was.
They didn't pull Twin Magic?
I know, right? It sounds like he was actually solo. He was released on $500 recognizance. WWE statement says, Joshua Fatu, real name, is responsible for his own actions. We are allowing law enforcement to investigate the matter and awaiting information in order to go forward. So that's why they were still on the show this week. I mean, it's a DUI. If he was drunk,
he's out on bail, basically.
Yeah, but I mean, $500. It doesn't sound like it was a big deal.
It's not the worst thing any wrestler's ever done.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm not justifying
I have no
it.
idea what's going on.
It's not a good thing, boys and girls. Don't do it. But I'm just saying that,
it happens.
Noah's suggesting Twin Magic in the jail, like they each split the time. You serve 3 months, I'll serve.
Well, I mean,
they would need keys to break in and shit like that. Shut the fuck up, Noah.
And Berto says Jay was the one who gave Roman weed and got him suspended. Well, they're cousins. Of course they smoke out together.
I mean, people get drunk, especially these guys. They're driving from city to city. It's bound to happen. Texas, that
doesn't make it any better.
No, I'm not saying.
It's bound to happen.
Texas and he's brown. That's it. That's all I got to say. All right?
You're kind of brown.
I'm kind of brown.
I'm
browner in the summer.
All I'm saying is there's going to be repercussions in his life over this situation. I don't understand why WWE always needs to get involved in people's personal lives.
CT says the Usos should lose the title. It's
I
because
was just about to say, do you think they'll lose the titles of the Rumble because of this?
I would imagine possibly. It's a much greater chance now.
No, but now even if they were going to lose the titles anyway, everybody's going to think, oh, it's because of the DUI. I think it's
the nail in the coffin on the decision.
No, I don't think it is. I think this was already put in They're not going to change the creative of their multi-million-dollar company because somebody got a DUI. They're not going to. They've had a plan in place, and they've had it in place for a long time to head off at the Royal Rumble. And if Gable and fucking Bourne Benjamin fucking end up winning the titles, they were set to win them anyway before this incident.
Okay, I agree with that, but what I'm saying is sometimes they change their mind at the end of a feud. I think they won't because of this. I think they were already going that way, Rob. I think this is the nail in the potential of we're not going to go that way. Yeah. If the Usos were to gain a ton of heat or something like that. Kingler says he hopes they don't lose because they should not be the team to dethrone them. Beta's, he's saying, should not be the team to dethrone them. I mean, New Day dethrone them, and they just won it back and ran up both of their amount of title wins. I mean, New Day's now suddenly at 4, and the Usos are at 5. So I don't know. I don't know how this plays out, how this ends. I don't think the DUI, I agree with Rob, has anything to do with this.
No.
No, what?
But Berto does have a good point. He says they've changed plans for dumber shit.
Wow, that's true.
Medine?
Next. I
That's
had
it?
something to say. Nah, never mind.
What?
Yeah,
I want to hear
nah,
it.
this guy just fucking runs over shit all the time. So.
I want to hear it.
No.
Don't go to
Mike.
Detroit. Tell
No.
us.
Come on,
Okay,
Medine.
so don't be no. We'll go to the next subject. Don't be surprised to see Jericho on Raw 25.
Is it official or is this just a rumor?
Meltzer says a deal might have been worked out prior to his NJ to PW
Fuck
stint.
Meltzer.
So he might be just honoring a contractual
It's
obligation,
a
basically.
possibility,
Meltzer
but
think-
nothing's in stone. Could be a
Meltzer-
rumor.
Meltzer's wrong so much.
He really is.
But-
to be so
but-
credible, he's
Listen,
wrong a lot.
Hey, 3 out of 10.
Three out of
3 out of 10. That makes you great in baseball. So
That's
if he
like
gets-
Schultz, 1 out
I
of
guess,
100.
I guess he's the opposite. Suck a bunch of dicks and build one bridge, and then you're a bridge
then
maker.
you're good. You're good for yeah. Fuck it. All right. As far as the board was saying something about signings, so we got official signings. Bionic Brian was talking about it last night. Ricochet is now officially signed as of today, as well as War Machine and Candice LeRae. So they're all officially
Yeah, they were talking about Candice LeRae.
LeRae. Excuse me, I wrote LeRae.
She wasn't
LeRae.
official-
LeRae.
She wasn't officially signed before.
I don't know.
I guess she's just on a contract basis.
She was like those CWC guys. Came for the tournament and
Enhan-
worked
enhancement talent.
and then worked a little bit. Kota Ibushi, stayed for a few matches. She was there. She stayed for that over the top battle royal, whatever the hell they had there, when they were crowning the fourth person to enter.
me and
Yeah.
Brian were talking about Ricochet, and I don't know if we did it on the air or if I'm gonna repeat myself now or if it was off the air, but I just WWE style is so scripted and so what's the word I'm looking for here? Ricochet is very dynamic, and he's got a lot of tools. He's very exciting, and I hate to see WWE water him down. It wouldn't do it because he's made his name off.
But NXT wouldn't.
No, well, to a point. I mean, there is a watering down in NXT. They let them go when it comes to like takeovers and stuff, and even they let them go on the programming too. But there is a element that is still watered down. There is still where you get 5 minutes, 2 of those minutes.
They're restrained a little bit.
Entrances. You got 3 minutes to fucking tell a story. Go. Yeah, you still have that. So Ricochet is used to being in places he has more time, more creative freedom. I'm hesitant about Ricochet.
What are you
being
shaking
WWE.
your head over there, Medine?
The worst missed tackle. It looked so fixed.
Oh yeah, the Saints.
It looked fixed.
Yeah, it was a bad play. Anyway,
We got Jeff Hardy performing with his band Parox Gen Y this Thursday in nearby Concord. Tickets and VIP meet and greets are still available.
Well, Teddy, you're not going to that.
Not going to that. All right.
Gregory points out that Jericho has already been announced by WWE to be on Raw 25.
There
It
you
was
go.
on one of the many commercials tonight, apparently,
That
that
we
we
fast
fast-forwarded through. So thanks for that.
And speaking of surprise people, lately in TNA Impact, we've had several departures. Most prominent name departing is Bobby Lashley. Might we see him in 2 weeks at the Royal Rumble?
If there's a debut, that's the time to do it.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I would say yes.
I like Bobby Lashley a lot. I think he's got he's a little rough on the mic, but in ring he can go.
Oh yeah,
I would love to see if they actually put any story behind
Him
it.
and Brock.
I was about to say if
him
they
and Brock.
they've been
That's the
looking,
one Heyman should turn on him for.
Yeah, they've been looking for someone to match up with Brock to finally get the belt off him. Bobby would be the man.
Oh, and
And if Heyman was his mouthpiece, fucking game over.
Bobby
over,
Lashley's
man.
contract is stuck till February. Noah says that doesn't mean it means he can't come in the Rumble, but he could still
Wait,
show up.
no,
Maybe
no,
he's on the
no,
Raw after Mania.
No, his contract is till February with Impact. I'm sorry, TNA. I'm sorry, Impact.
Right,
I'm
who?
sorry, TNA.
Who?
Do you don't think if WWE wants him, they couldn't have him? They could absolutely have him. So to say, oh, his contract's up with this pissant company in February, that means nothing.
Nope.
Shut
Hey,
the fuck up, no.
Rob CT says that Ricochet will probably be put on 205 Live. I think he's
they've-
going to NXT.
Yeah,
It's-
they've already stated he's going to NXT.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's going to NXT.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
shit on you, CT.
And then as far as Rumble goes, this is to me, the biggest news. So you know how some of these websites, they have odds that come out, who's going to win, the favorites and whatnot. So Daniel Bryan actually had odds about a week ago that were 66-1, which is pretty high for somebody who hasn't wrestled in a few years.
Yeah.
What's crazier, Rob? The odds have gone from 66-1 to 10-1 in the past few days. 10-1 odds are pretty much.
So somebody knows something.
You're a favorite.
Yeah.
Now, so this obviously he's fueling the speculation. He's going to come back. He himself has said, if I'm not wrestling by Mania, I'm probably not going to wrestle for this company again.
Right.
And
I'm going to wrestle.
Right. I mean, was that him calling their bluff and saying, you know what? If you don't put me in, I'm going to leave.
He put it on Twitter. He put the countdown.
That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, is that him saying, hey, use me or lose me?
I think that's what they're building with Shane. I absolutely feel like the two of them are going to fight at Mania, and it's going to be revealed that Hunter has been backing Daniel Bryan and behind the scenes.
Take
and that
me or lose me forever.
Yeah.
So do we see Daniel Bryan at the Rumble?
Well, with what you just said, I would have to say yes, because if the odds go up on a bet like that from Vegas, it's not because people are getting excited about the products, because somebody leaked some information somewhere and somebody got it out and okay, and then now one person bets. It's like selling stock, right? You see somebody dumping stock, you're like, fuck, I'm gonna sell too. What the fuck's going on? Same thing. You see one person throwing a bunch of money on Daniel Bryan to win, and like, well, fuck, I'm in too. Somebody knows something.
It's a huge disparity to go. The fact that he was even 66-1 and being retired.
Well, the other point being here is, even if that doesn't happen, I feel like he starts takes a bump or gives one to Shane to kick that off. You know that they're going to be involved in the whole AJ and Deranged Muppets / Cammy situation with the handicap. You know that's going to happen. So either he's going to get bumps and physical there, or like you said, he's going to be in the Rumble. I'll 50-50 on which one of those is true, but one of them probably is.
If he comes out for the Rumble, he's getting that probably the biggest pop.
Noah says TNA is going to have to be on Twitch soon.
That's it for the Mud Report today, guys.
Nobody brought up this week. Weren't there reports that WWE is looking at a deal for Raw on Fox? They could possibly drop them to 2 hours?
I did see that. I'm
Yes.
sorry. I didn't think it was relevant only because it's not happening until 2019.
Okay,
But it's
so a whole
still,
year.
but
still.
dropping an hour.
Yeah, because most Fox affiliates.
Does that mean SmackDown stays on USA though?
Yeah, no. That would probably move too. But most Fox affiliates have a 10 o'clock news, and that's the reason why you would cut Raw from.
Yes,
3
but
to 2
also most
hours.
Fox TV prime time, if they're giving up 4 hours because they have to only go at 10, they're giving Monday and Tuesday away to WWE. Now they only have the 5 days to get the rest of their program. That has to be a very lucrative deal.
What does Fox have on Monday and Tuesday right now? Nothing.
It's kind of their pilot night. They start shit there and then they move it somewhere else.
Fox is the one network that really doesn't draw on Mondays or Tuesdays.
But you know,
That's a good point.
But you know, it gets me. What I keep thinking about with this is,
And they lost the NFL, so they're never going to get Monday night.
so Fox is edgier, right? Their programming is much edgier than USA Network. Does this mean we're going to get kind of a? I'm not saying I'm not using the magical, glorious, omnipotent word of attitude. I don't want to put that out there. Does that mean we're going to get a little bit, just a little tude?
I think I agree with your statement, and I disagree with it completely.
Yeah.
Fox is edgier than USA, but Fox is gotten their edgy reputation because comparatively to CBS, ABC, and NBC, they are absolutely the edgiest of the big networks. But when it comes to what USA is capable of airing versus what Fox is capable of airing, that is completely different. And the rules only change after 10 o'clock. Well, that's when the local news is on and they're over. So if they wanted to be edgy, USA would probably sign off for it. USA is the one who signed off on all the Attitude Era shit.
I was trying to throw my thought into your head. If you want to be edgy, move it from 9 to 11.
Yeah. You want to go, and I mean...
Yeah, but you can't do that.
You can. They can. They're Fox. If they own... I mean, not own, but if they're showing it, then
you'd lose a massive base of fans.
You lose all your kids.
Massive.
No children could watch it ever again. At 11 o'clock at night, you would lose.
What kids weren't kids watching back in 1998?
Not that late.
Kiara was.
Wait. We were on Saturday night. That was different.
Older.
That was Saturday
We were a
night.
little
No.
bit- no. They were 13-year-old kids watching.
Kiara
at
tells
that
me
time.
all the time. When Kiara was, remember, she just turned 30, right? So we're talking. She was,
She's 10 years younger than most of us.
right. So when Attitude Era was on,
13.
if that. So her and her little brother were watching wrestling together at that young age during the Attitude Era, during all the filth, right? If you're Al Gore, filth. But if you take it to 11, so kids can still watch.
Yeah.
But if you take it to 11, then not only are kids not going to watch, but I got to work in the morning. I'm not going to.
Yeah,
go to
and we're not
going to
do a podcast
Listen
at
to
2
these
in the
old
morning.
fuckers.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
Board wants to chime in with some facts. Noah says it was a $400 million offer from Fox. They would also be on Fox Sports, so SmackDown would go to FS1. Only Raw would be on Fox. Teddy says 3-hour show is better. Enough with the PG era. Double G, we all agree with that. Noah, this is a good point. It's very rare that Noah has something smart to say, but wrestling doesn't have to be TV 14 to be good. It doesn't.
No, it doesn't. But it gives you the creative freedom to appeal
But
to more
you can
audiences.
do if you
Says
had
the 17-year-old.
Right.
if you had more creativity though, you could do that like sitcoms do with metaphor and innuendo and situational comedy segments.
Well, everything. Times have changed. I mean, even the music now, rather than talking about doing double entendres and shit like that, they're just like, I'm gonna put my dick in your pussy. That's all they say. I mean, it's.
I don't even understand what they're saying.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm just
And
saying.
they mostly sound
That's
the same.
because they say that.
There is no analogies. There is fucking no metaphors. None like that. Whoever said that Raw is better 3 hours, I'm going to disagree and agree with you. Raw is better 3 hours if 50% of it wasn't just recap.
Recap and ads.
Yeah.
Hawking merchandise and hey, here's what happened fucking 20 minutes ago. Really? I was just fucking watching. This isn't like the old days where people were switching back and forth from Nitro to Raw where you had to show a little bit. That's where they think they got in the habit and they've just never gone away. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Stop with the recap. This is bullshit. Are you like giving people piss breaks? What's going on?
I don't watch The Walking Dead and before or after every commercial they go, here's what happened in the last segment that you just watched.
Right.
No.
And the even worse is if you're live. It is the biggest travesty. Because if you're live during that shit, they make you watch a commercial or some bullshit, or God forbid, sometimes they even just turn the lights off.
Yeah, at least the NFL's like, bam, done with their replays. I don't even think they do as many replays as WWE. I mean,
the NFL network or the NFL, the broadcasts don't. The stadium just shows tons of replays.
Yeah,
but you can do whatever the hell you want on stadium.
You're usually drunk.
Yeah, nobody cares.
No,
they got to show it 10 times because you're drunk. Oh, look.
Did we just get a touchdown? What the fuck? Was I sleeping?
I was confused by it.
So 2 hours would be easier for people to watch. Noah, I agree. That's why the saving grace for me is Tuesday nights. I get the podcast done earlier. I get the show earlier. I get everything gets done.
Juan says Noah's generation is the worst ever. Yep.
They made Kardashians relevant. They voted for Trump, and they got shitty rap. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so I was at a tournament this weekend, and I was staying in the hotel. So I was just flipping through the channels, trying to find good channels, and I came across the History Channel, and I stopped for a second because George Bush was on there, and what he was saying was by no means brilliant. It's George W. Bush, but it was so much smarter than anything that's ever come out of Trump's mouth. That I just thought to myself,
how could I have hated that guy? He's not that bad.
Yeah, looking back, I was for sure that he was going to go down as the worst president ever. Boy, was I wrong.
Yeah, my dad used to shit in the bathroom all the time. Man, he was so much better than this new stepdad that beats the fuck out of me.
Yeah, congratulations, universe.
Yeah,
that's what you did to my soul. Anyway, what do we got now? It is time for. Let me find some sound effects.
This day in wrestling history.
Finally, the return of the best game show.
Of the most deliberate opening.
Absolutely. That as well. And shut up.
Karmatically,
So-
you dissed me for chiming in on the show's intro. You jumped in early on your own intro.
Yeah, well, it's my intro.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
So let's play the game. We do this quickly, unlike what these guys do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who won?
Huh.
Randy Orton or Dolph Ziggler?
I gotta go with Randy Orton.
I was going to say Dolph, so I'm going to stick with it. Who's right? Who's wrong?
Rob gets the coin.
Yeah.
Adam
Randy
gets the
Orton.
buzz.
Yes, Adam, I delete you.
All right.
Swipe right.
Now, how long did it take? Closest without going over.
I'm gonna say 7 minutes 20 seconds.
I'm going to say 7 minutes, 21 seconds.
What a douche.
Fuck.
That's what I always do.
Adam gets it, but I liked your guess, Rob. You were really close. 8 minutes and 28 seconds.
I was so close.
Yeah.
I was so close. Piggybacking.
All right.
Still in
Board
my
picked
mojo.
Randy, too.
All right. Where did this take place? Did this happen in Memphis, Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, or neither?
Nashville.
I got to go Memphis, my college alma mater.
Buzz yourselves both. This is neither.
Oh, where were they?
Little Rock, Arkansas.
Oh, fucking
Little
cares.
Rock. Same area.
That's where
Close
Billy.
enough.
That's where Billy used to crush it back as a governor. Yeah, crushing that person, crushing them interns.
All right.
Hey, little girl. You want to get freaky with the
You
governor?
want to see my saxophone?
Yeah.
What unlikely duo? Was that in the heat of the night? What the fuck was
No,
that?
Police Academy.
No, that's the
when they go
the
to
gay
the
bar.
No. You're thinking something.
The Blue Flamingo.
What I'm doing is Baker
No, the
Street.
Blue Oyster Bar.
Blue Oyster,
No.
that's what it is.
That's dun da 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 da.
Is that not the same?
No.
Oh yeah, Baker Street. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Lie
Yeah, I gotcha.
awake down and bake. Yeah, anyway,
Nobody knows the words to that but you.
I do. Well,
but you.
the Foo Fighters have a great cover of it. That's why.
Okay. Well, that's acceptable.
Yeah. Have you ever heard it? It's really good.
No.
It's up there with the
Obviously, I
Darling Nikki
haven't.
cover.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah.
All right, bonus question.
Oh yeah.
One unlikely duo defeated the Usos for the unified tag team titles. I'll give you a hint. They're foreign singles wrestlers.
Foreign singles wrestlers.
They combined to make a tag team to defeat the Usos.
I'm gonna say Sheamus, and I've got some bad news for you.
I was gonna say it's League of Nations. I'm not sure which two members.
No, just a little bit ahead of that, guys. It was Santino Marella and Vladimir Kozlov.
Wow. Talk about an unlikely. Hey, Berto got it right. Noah got it wrong.
Because he has internet.
Fuck Berto.
Berto's got internet. All right.
Hey,
And
Teddy got it right. We know his internet's working.
I know who the tag teams were.
Teddy's internet's definitely working. There's no way that he got that right because he is obviously.
Oh, man. I have no idea what's going on.
He likes Police Academy, though.
Yeah. That
bonus,
was Noah.
who beat who? CM Punk or John Cena?
I got to go Punk just because.
Who beat who? I'm going to go. No, I gotta, at that time, Cena.
It's a trick question. For some reason, it was a no contest draw.
Well, that's anticlimactic.
Monday night draw. All right. And then finally,
A trick question. You got to give us a neither on that one.
sorry, guys.
Neither.
The last one, what year did this take place? Was it 2010, 11, or 12?
I'm going to go. Okay, so here's my thing. I started watching back in
The board's pissed at you for the swerve on that last one, by the way.
Wah, wah.
I'm going to go 2011.
Well, I bet you're wrong because your Noah said 2011. So I'm going to go with the stoner. Teddy says 2012. I'm going to go
No,
with
I'm going.
2012.
No. I'm going 12. Okay, I'm staying with 11.
What's right, Medine?
Rob is.
Yeah, I was right the first time. And second
Oh,
time.
Noah
Third
got it
time.
right.
All right, that's it, guys. That concludes
And
this
Rob
week's
piggybacked off him.
edition of.
I didn't piggyback off him.
No, he
I
didn't.
didn't see. I don't.
He
read,
said it first.
I said it first. And
It was on the board pretty quick.
I don't read.
Justin
Noah's
got it
fucking
right
time.
on Twitch.
We're 30 seconds ahead of them, Broseph.
Well, he had it before you.
No, he didn't.
I saw it pop up on my board before the words came out of your mouth. Are you mad that you lost to Noah?
I did not lose to Noah. What the fuck are you talking about?
He's an angry elf.
Anyway,
this concludes this week's edition of This Week in Pro Wrestling History.
All right. So it's time to wrap this show up. Basically, thank you, WWE Raw, or at least SmackDown Creative, for giving us something better than Rawsome. Raw.
Wow,
Rawsome.
that too.
Yeah.
Apparently.
But you know, I don't know if we can credit Road Dogg or what or something. But this had a good, or Triple H, whoever's in charge. This show had a feel. It furthered some storylines. I don't like the whole selfie stick shit, but you know that is what it is. The bottom line is, at the end of the day, we had something to talk about that was creative and some direction to go to and react to.
Let's give it something.
Yeah, versus hey,
Meet Bitch Brian.
that's what they felt like they gave us on Monday night. So we've got a big show to react to, I hope, probably positively and negatively, coming up on Monday Rawsome. It is the 25th anniversary show. We'll probably have a full cast of characters here to review that. Rob, do you have anything special planned? It's going to be our go-home show for you before our anniversary.
I have nothing special planned.
Awesome. I don't either, by the way, for Tuesday. I don't know what I'm going to get on the go-home show.
We'll probably play some trivia or something, do something dumb.
Yeah, we'll probably throw in some Rumble trivia. We kind of exhausted a lot of the stuff.
We could do the imitation game since then do some old wrestlers.
Oh,
If you guys want to see something special, then you need to tune in to our anniversary show on January the 28th. And if you don't do it,
then fuck you.
Gregory Dodge says, I wish I didn't have to listen to Baron Wrestling Nyquil Bourbon.
If you don't like Big Red, then fuck you.
He says Bourbon, like
Bourbon.
You do Borden.
Jason
Boredom. He says Baron Borden.
Baron Bourbon.
Yeah.
Boredom.
That's what he is. Anyway,
Baron.
we're going to react next week. Hopefully we'll have some fun then as well.
Oh, they want to know if we're still going to do the marked out award. We haven't really thought about that.
Oh.
We've been so busy this season.
Yeah. Maybe we will. We'll see if we have time.
I know we're going to do a Hall of Fame induction.
Yes, we are definitely going to do a Hall of Fame induction.
To join the one and only Mr. Upload Test, who we haven't seen in a year.
Yes, rest in peace. I don't know what happened to you. I say that kind of jokingly and lovingly, but I hope that's not the case of why he's gone.
Test.
You know, I was thinking about that. Would we even know if anybody just disappeared? I don't know what happened to CT for a while. You know, and then he just showed back up. So
he got a boyfriend.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
And then they broke up. So
2018.
Teddy didn't know that we have a Hall of Fame. Yeah, we have a Hall of Fame, Teddy. That's what happens when you're too stoned. So you just miss shit. You're gonna miss all the good shit in life. So tune in next time. Same smart time, same smart channel.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Marked Out Podcast is recorded, edited, distributed, and marketed at U-Record Studios in Charlotte, North Carolina. For more information on optimizing your podcast for increased listenership, check out U-Record on Facebook, Twitter, and email sales@urecordstudios.com or visit the website www.urecordstudios.com.
Yes! 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 Yes!
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.
Brian, tell me a story.